Hey everybody, welcome to Module 18, your last module of the week. Just as a reminder for today, since it is the last module of the week, you're going to watch this video. You're going to then work on Module 18, and then once you finish that, you can use any extra time to finish reading and updating your IR document for the week, and also making sure that you turn in all modules and mastery checks. Remember, there was just one mastery check on Edgelastic for this week. Okay, just wanted to start with some updates. The first thing, as I just said, make sure that you took the mastery check on Edgelastic for Module 16. Shout out to Homeroom 1 when I'm making this video, which is on Tuesday afternoon, so you still have plenty of time. Homeroom 1 is leading the charge with 22 people having taken this mastery check. Homeroom 2 only has 14, so less than half. So make sure you take that mastery check, especially because that's the only one that's on Edgelastic this week. My other announcement is just a reminder, as you've been hearing from your advisors, that the last day of eSchool academic modules is May 22nd. You will have advisory and other things after that date, but that's the last date that we'll be giving you literacy modules. So it's important that you check your grades, that you are proactive, and that you email me if you need me to grade any late or makeup work or any resubmitted modules. It's not enough just to resubmit on Google Classroom. You need to email me and tell me exactly what you want me to regrade so that I know that you have made changes. Email, email, email. Thank you. Okay. So some feedback from Module 17. Honestly, I'm really impressed with what I've seen so far. Really strong work in the discussion document, both in the quality of the ideas that I'm seeing and also in the fact that people really are improving on revision. So taking time to edit, taking time to revise, that's a lot stronger than what I saw earlier in eSchool. So many strong and different themes. Sometimes you read a story and there's like one obvious theme that everybody grabs onto, and here people came in with really different ideas, which is really cool. One thing you want to keep in mind as you complete Module 18 is just notice if the theme that you chose still seems like a theme once you finish reading the last part of the story. Is that still the lesson or the moral, or has it changed? Don't worry, you don't need to go back and redo anything. I'm just curious for you to think through that as you finish the story in the last module of the week. Okay, time for some shout outs. So as I said, really impressed by some of the work I'm seeing in the documents. A few specific themes that really stood out. Elijah kicked it off in Homeroom 1, and he says, in the story, The Gift of the Magi, the theme is, before making a sacrifice, be sure it is worth it. Because when Della doesn't think it through, she starts realizing that it was a bad idea. So Elijah, you're going to be able to see as you finish the story whether or not it ends up being a good idea or a bad idea. You're going to be able to make that call. Rhoda C said, in the story The Gift of the Magi, the theme is love makes you do crazy things because Della took away her prized possession because of the love she has for Jim. Interesting. Similarly, I think you'll see, Rhoda, whether it pays off or not. And then I loved this pairing of Maddie and Leah. So Maddie writes, in the story Gift of the Magi, the theme is love is worth sacrifice, but is sometimes unnecessary, because Della is cutting her amazing hair that she and Jim both love as a sacrifice to get him a gift worthy of his honor, but he could have appreciated anything she got him. And Leah responds, I predict that Jim will kind of be upset that Della cut off her hair, because as you said, they both cherish it. I also predict she will be questioned on why she cut it off. But do you think Jim will appreciate the gift at all? I love this response. Not only Leah is going above and beyond just saying, I agree with you, or I disagree, and she's making a prediction, and then that's building on what Maddie said, and then she's asking a question to further the discussion. Really, really strong. I wish we were having that discussion, Leah, in person, but I love that you're doing this through the discussion board as well. All right, so our agenda for today, we have the usual objectives, vocab, do now. You're going to read and answer guided questions about the last section of the story. There's a direct instruction portion, and today it's around embedded quotes. So how to really incorporate your quote well into your paragraph. This is something that we've done in our class, in writing and in reading, but you will continue to practice that today. And then you're going to write a response to the text. So today students will be able to analyze the wisdom of Della within the story. Students will be able to write embedded lead-in statements that orient the reader within the text with the support of sentence stems and examples. You're going to then finish with a mastery check where you're going to answer this question. So I wanted to point this out before you read. Reflect on the name of the story. The author calls the characters Della and Jim magi, meaning how wise he thinks they are. Are these characters wise? Why or why not? Use 2 pieces of evidence from the text to support your answer. One tip here, if these sentence stems don't work for you, do what you want to do. You can change them. You all are strong writers. You have lots of tools and strategies. Use them or lose them if you feel like you have a better way to say it and it doesn't work for you. That's okay. You do need to have all of these types of sentences so you can adjust as needed. I'm super excited to hear what you think of the end of the story, and good luck finishing out your last module of literacy.